is up, Crab Stains? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for it. This time it's going to be in the NFL for Thursday, December the 23rd. Game's going to be played between the Tennessee Titans and San Francisco 49ers. Current betting spread is 49ers -3. Total 44. It's funny, right? How betting works. Primetime NFL vids have smashed all year on this channel and even from Pure Bets. And now we're up against a bit of a losing streak. Yes, 3 vids in a row have lost, dating back to last Thursday. And I was thinking, do I handle these losses in stride or do I drown in my sorrows? Why not both? I handle these in stride and watch Hallmark tear jerkers to get the emotions involved. You see, guys, it's all about win-win situations. Speaking of win-wins, I popped out of retirement recently of cooking myself breakfast. This was yesterday. Decided to crack the knuckles and get back to making myself omelets. I know you're watching these thinking like, wow, this dude don't look like he's eating many omelets. First of all, go fuck yourself. Second of all, my body used to be a temple. Okay, now it's kind of like some mix of a cesspool of shit. But anyway, so I get out the eggs, fire up the stove, and was ready to get at it. And I messed up a few of the shells cracking them, and so some of those went everywhere, and egg yolk spilled in between the stove burners. And while I was cooking the omelet, I couldn't properly fold it over and got frustrated, and half the omelet actually broke apart outside the skillet. I know you're like, oh, that shit happens, just throw it out and start again, right? Nah, that shit goes right back in the skillet. Imagine not following the 3-second rule as it relates to cooking omelets. Also, forget about the 3-second rule. It's all about the 72-hour rule. If you drop like a French fry on the floor on a Monday, that shit is still plenty fair game on Thursday. All of this, of course, helps strengthen the immune system. My wife comes home near the end of this shit show and was furious with how messy the kitchen looked. I was like, damn, if you're on HGH, who's your dealer? I need that type of passion in my life. She was absolutely livid. When I came downstairs this morning, she goes, if you want an omelet, I'll make it. Can't have you catapulting the kitchen again. I'm like, look, one of us needs to relax. The me from 5 years ago, though, would have cooked the omelet again out of spite. But a few months back, I read the book Ego is the Enemy, and I've been swallowing a lot of pride lately. It's truly crazy how many battles, right, we pick day to day and that are really meaningless. That book kind of opened my eyes to some of it, at least. At the end of the day, aren't we all just trying to be better versions of ourselves? All right, look, enough of the Dr. Phil nonsense. Not really sure how we spiraled that direction. Let's talk some football. My favorite look in this game, over 44. Got this -110 FanDuel in New Jersey. Look, 49ers have been a nut over team for their team totals for quite some time, and even for some of their games. Now, sure, sometimes it's required them to do the bulk of the scoring in the full games, but this offense fucks. This is a scary team to sneak into the playoffs because their offense and run game travels, and they have an excellent D-line. The Kyle Shanahan run game is once again phenomenal as he plugs in nearly any running back with success. And the 49ers are also your best red zone touchdown team in the league. 74% of the time when the 49ers enter the red zone, it does result in touchdowns. This is nearly 10% better than the second best team in the NFL, who is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Titans are even middle of the pack in this category as well offensively, despite all their recent struggles with some of these guys out. As for the Titans defense at a surface level, it appears very good, but who have they actually played? Steelers, Jags, Texans, Saints are 4 of their last 5 opponents. Saints who had no Kamara, no Winston. Sandwiched between these games was the Pats, who the Titans let Mac Jones toss for 300 against them. But, full game totals does require help from your opponent, so let's talk to Titans offense. I actually loved what I saw from this offense on the road versus Steelers. And look, most of you know, I bet the Steelers in that game, and the Titans definitely should have won that game from a statistical standpoint. Team had 350 yards of offense, which was far more than the Steelers did, and they absolutely killed it on the ground. Play action from Tano, but too many turnovers swayed their offensive output, and that was kind of the handicap of the Steelers. I won't talk on that anyway, but I look at this as two teams who love to run the football, love to leverage play action. This should lead to a lot of efficient scoring drives. Both of these teams have been above average in the red zone, but do draw teams have been above average in the red zone defense, but do draw 2 teams who are efficient in the red zone. If this scripts out with the 49ers drives ending in 6, this would put pressure on Tennessee to score as well. Ultimately, this total is pretty low. This year, I've loved betting 49ers totals, 45 or less. And as this team's offense is uber potent when healthy, I know they've had a few games where they weren't fully healthy offensively. Their offense putting extra pressure on the Titans to score is nice too. Sure, the Titans' offense is blah these days, but when their opponents score 20 plus, the Titans have been most often content to shoot during this recent stretch without Henry. Of course, the one anomaly was the Texans game where the Titans lost the turnover battle 5-0. Ultimately, We get one of the most efficient offenses in football in the 49ers, who expect to put a ton of pressure on this Titans defense. The 49ers have not exactly stomped on opposing offenses with a lead and have been content to let teams get back in it. Titans team, might lack premier athletes right now with the injuries, but they're still well coached, and this game is still flirting with, crazy as it sounds, yes, must-win game. Maybe must is a little abrasive, but the Colts are getting closer and closer to them, and they do hold a tiebreaker, the Titans, but oof, it's getting a little shaky there. And yes, of course, this is not the Titans team people signed up for right now, but the reality is what it is. This is where we are. The Titans are also missing 2 O-linemen on their left side, but look, Safford was out against Pitt anyway, so it's really one extra player loss. I wouldn't even call this cascading O-line issues or injuries. All in all, I capped this at 46.5, or a little past it actually. So 44 is an auto fire for me on the over. So again, I got that over 44, FanDuel, New Jersey. May the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope a reindeer takes a massive shit on your lawn. As always, drop comments below your thoughts on the play. Let me know who you like for tonight's game. We also have some college foosball action as well. Be sure to drop a comment either way because no one likes a silent stalker. And I mean no one. As always, we'll have more content on this channel for you for the following few days. Despite the holidays, of course, a little more college football, NFL, and NBA content. I'll be back with the Print Factory with the DFS crew this week on Friday afternoon. It's a free show at 1 p.m., running through the entire NFL slate. And I will have another college football bowl vid for you for Friday. Head over to runpurebets.com to see what we're all about it. And look, it's been another fun year on the YouTube. I appreciate all of you and wish you all nothing but the safest and happiest of holidays. With that said, subscribe to the channel, shitheads. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to gamble responsibly. Stay safe, folks.